Hello everyone, welcome to Laney's Beads and Bliss. I'm Laney, and today you guys, we are going to be making some bling bling for the new year. Yes! So as you can see, I do have a pattern laid out on my mat. So this is going to be a fancy smancy look at me necklace. Okay, so what we're starting out with, I do have some of these 6mm bicones. Okay, they're pretty and red, a deep red. Okay, so I'm starting with those, and so let me explain kind of how this is going to work. And guys, I'm going to be putting some of this together off camera because this will take 45 hours if we do it all here together. So we're going to kind of cut it into chunks to make it more manageable. But we're starting out, our first row is going to have 11 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Odd number. Okay. Now, this is the part that's going to be on our stringing material. The rest of these are going to hang in this pattern, you guys. Okay, so this is going to be my fancy smancy dangle for the bottom. So we've got 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this so you know how to lay this out, that'd be great. Now, I also have in between some little gold spacers. These are 3mm gold spacers. Okay. And we're going to need those because these ones on the top, it's going to have 2 loops. Okay. 2 loops. One loop is going to go onto our wire, and these little gold beads are going to surround it. Okay. So that's what we want. So our next line is also going to have 2 loops. So basically this is, at the end of the day, it's going to be a simple connecting project, but we have to make sure that we do it so that it hangs correctly. Okay. These are going to have 2 loops. Now, when we come to the end of our row, head pin. Okay. So all of these are going to have, all of these up to here are going to have double loops. Okay, we need double loops because we're going to have something to hang off of it. This whole line is going to have double loops here on the ends, head pins. Okay, because this is the last one in the row. Same with this one. We're going to have loops all the way out to this row here. These on the ends, head pins, head pins. These are loops. These are head pins here, loop, loop. Okay, we need the loop on this one because we're going to hang our dangle off of it. So this is how we're setting this up. Okay, now I am going to use 20 gauge wire. I kind of wanted to use 22 gauge because it's a little thinner. However, it appears Laney is out of 22. But that'll be fine. And then we're basically just going to put this together. So we'll do a few links together so that I can show you guys, and then we'll put it all together. And this is going to be the first of 3 projects we're going to do. I don't know if we're going to do them all in one video because this one's going to be a lot. But at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it. Okay. And once we've gotten everything connected, we will put some chain on there. Right. So enough explainer. Let's get to it. Give me just 1 second. I got to get a couple things and I'll be right back. Let me just go ahead and show you how to make the ones up here at the top. So I've got my big old piece of wire here. Okay. And I'm going to put the bead right on there, like so. Yeah, see that? That's what we've got. So then we're going to take our one-step looper. We're going to put our wire through that back hole. You guys see? Well, come on, Laney. All right, it goes through that back hole right there. You guys see that? Goes through this back hole right here. We're going to push it all the way through. All the way through. Until we get up to our bead. Now, guys, remember, with the one-step looper, we have to be careful because this thing will, for sure, break your bead if you're not careful. So, we're just going to pull off a little bit off of that metal piece right here. We need to pull back off of it a little bit just so that we do not smash our bead. And as we're going around, we can kind of gauge. And if you feel like you're going to break your bead or it's too close, don't fully finish it. You can finish it with your pliers. Okay, so here we go. And there we go. Whoops, that went flying. Okay, so you see, we've got our loop. Now, let's finish closing it up. Whoops, went too far, Laney. Okay, there. Now, we have to decide, you guys, how this thing is going to hang. Okay, so I'm just going to straighten these out here to start with. Now, we're not going to be able to keep them all going in the same direction because one of them has to hang on the wire. Well, this top row, I think we're safe to keep it that way. But when we're looking at the second row, we might have to switch it up a little bit. We'll see. So let's go ahead and make all of these little components. We'll make our components. And then we'll come back and see how we need to do our second row so that it lays properly. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back and we are well on our way. Okay, so now we've made all of our components. So now all we need to do is put them together. So I've got my pliers over here. And guys, the main thing that we're looking for here is, like I was saying, let me bring you down a little bit. So you see how these are all straight? You can't see the bead mat through those, right? So when we're connecting to these, we need to make sure that our loops are going in the way that we are able to see our bead mat. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay. So I'm going to put out my bead bugs a little bit more here. Let me take you guys back a little bit. I'm going to bring out my bead mat, my bead bugs out just a little bit more so I can have a little space to work here. Okay, so as I told you guys before, on the ends we are going to have just our simple loop with our head pins. Okay, so now we can go ahead and connect. So I'm going to take my first row here. We are going to open it up. And I want to make sure that my loop, you can see my bead mat through there. Okay, you can see through it. We're going to do it in this direction. Okay. I'll open that up. And we're going to slide that baby right in there. Like so. Okay, close it up. Alright, and there we've got our first little connection. And we're going to do the rest. So, you guys, you have any fancy plans for New Year's Eve? I do not. I've got my grandson here and he will be home So we're probably just gonna hang out with him, even though he probably does not care to hang out with old people. But guys, it is what it is. Alright, let's gotta make sure that we're getting everything all nice and closed up, because we don't want our piece to fall apart. Do we? No. Alright. So at this point in the game, guys, it's simple opening and closing. And making sure that we're going in the correct direction. Okay. So I'm going to stop talking because we're just beading together blissfully. I'll have a little music on in the background for us. Okay, so here is our second layer. Okay, so this is going to be graduated and it's going to go down like this. Pretty, 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 pretty. All right, so now let's go ahead and attach our pieces to the end here, and then we'll fill in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, if we did it right, all of our pieces are going to be where we cannot see our bead mat. Okay? So this should be like this. So now our next row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to put in here. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads. Alright, let's go ahead and get those attached. Goes on the outside of this strand. guys, this is what we've got so far. Oh, isn't that pretty? Focus. It is not wanting to focus. There we go. So that's what we're looking like so far. So we'll put on our ones for the middle. We need 3. So we'll open it up. Y'all, I am getting ready to make my appointment for my massage that my husband bought for me. I am so excited. You guys have no idea. No idea. But it's all rainy and gloomy outside today, and I have a little trip to take. My grandson went to stay with his uncle for a few days after Christmas. So I have to go pick him up today, and y'all, that is a 3-hour ride. Not even looking forward to that, but I miss my baby boo-boo. So I'm gonna go get him. All right, guys, so we have 2 more for our end pieces, and 1 for the middle. 1 goes right there. And then our dangle. Now, when I was talking about the dangle first, you saw that I had 3 crystals out here, 3 of these. I think that I'm not going to use all of them. I think maybe just this one, just for the statement. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get this together, and then we can see what we think. So I want to ask you guys, do you guys ever get to pamper yourselves or do nice things for yourself other than finding your bliss on your bead mat here? Leave me a message in the comments. Let me know what you guys do for your self-care, because guys, self-care is so important, especially this time of year. You know, there's a lot of people that have troubles and things around the holidays, and sometimes you just need to de-stress and take some time for yourself, you know? I know we're all busy, but if you can find the time, and sometimes guys, even if you can't find the time, you need to make the time. Yes? Yes. All right, so we're almost done, yay, with this portion. So we will go ahead and put our last 2 dangles on. And we are going to put our focal right here on this middle strand. Okay, so this should be hanging properly. So we want our tangle here, and I just put this, I made this on a head pin. See guys, here's the head pin. Okay, head pin, a little gold ball, one of these pretty crystals. Don't ask me where I got it because I do not know. It probably came from B-Box Bargains, unless I'm, you know, I wouldn't lie to you guys on purpose, but I don't want to say because I really do not remember where I got these. Okay. So there is our dangle, and here's what our necklace is going to look like. All laid out. Pretty, 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 pretty. What y'all think? Do you like it? So this necklace to me screams, look at me. I am here. Yes. Now, to finish it off, there's a couple different things that we could do. But I'm thinking, since I have this pretty red wire, I think I'm going to use my magical crimper and just make a loop out of this wire and then attach some chain to it. But I'm trying to decide which kind of chain I actually want to use. So I have a couple of choices. So I have this chain here. This is just a little regular curb chain. Okay. Very pretty. Got a little shine to it. But I was thinking that if I did this, I would maybe double it up. Just to make it a little bit more fancy. But I also have this wheat chain. So I was thinking about using this too. So this came from Michael's. It was actually in my bead haul. In case you guys haven't watched that one. It was the very first video I did, you guys. Little Michael's bead haul. Alright, let me get this out of here. Now, this chain is much more substantial, and I was just wondering if it would overwhelm the daintiness of my necklace here, and I think it actually does. I don't know. Let me get some of this off here so I can make a good informed decision. Yes, we need to make informed decisions, people. And I'm using my messed up cutters to cut this off with because my goodness, they have to be good for something. All right. Oh, this is lovely. That is so pretty, guys. Look at that chain. That is super pretty. But is it too thick? What do you guys think? I don't know. I think that would be pretty. We're gonna try it. Alright, now I don't have a clue in the world maybe how I need to cut this, so it looks like they're all interspersed together. So let's talk about how long we need this to be. Okay, so for my purposes, I kind of wanted to make it kind of like a choker type situation. So maybe I'll do 17 because with the dangle, it's probably that dangle is probably gonna fall right in here somewhere because that's pretty long. So I think I'll do 17. That's what we're gonna go with. 17. Alright, so in order for us to get to 17, first we have to see how long this is going to be after we make our little loop in it. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to use the one-step looper. We're going to try this. We're going to try it. So I've got 2 of my one-step looper crimp tubes. Not one-step looper, y'all. Magical crimper. Lord have mercy. Magical crimper. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and drop on our crimp tube. Alright, you guys. So Laney decided to pivot. So in the first one that I made, I was not very happy with that. The small beads did not cover or allow our loops to blend in. So I decided to go a little bit different direction and make this a little more spacious so that these beautiful beads wouldn't be all jammed up on each other and they would hang beautifully. So what I have done, guys, is I have taken a piece of my Soft Flex medium, and I've just cut a piece of that. It's about 7 inches or 8, I guess. And I have beaded on some extra beads. I had a lot of those red beads, so I thought, why not? Okay. So what I did was I started with one of the small spacer beads, and then I went with another garnet bead, then a larger spacer, okay, put our dangle between those two, another crystal, and then I just went all the way across like that until all of my components were used up. So this is now what we have. I think she is much prettier. She's much more of a statement. She's not all jammed up. She's spaced out. She's gonna lay on the neck beautifully, you guys. Yes. So basically the only thing that I changed was my stringing material. I'm not using that red one anymore. I put some spacers in between so things could be a little bit more spaced out. That's what jewelry making is about, guys. If you make something, you don't like it, you can change it. Yes? Yes. So that's what I did. Okay? So now we can put this together and then we can put it, attach it to our chain. So this is going to be simple. Okay? And we are going to use our clamshell connectors this time. So I'm going to put this right on here. And then I'm going to put my crimp tube. Okay, crimp tube. We're going to leave it close to the end down here. And we can smash. Because even though Laney finds her bliss right here on this bead mat, sometimes getting things to work can be a little bit frustrating. But at the end of the day, when you get it, it's like, whoa, right? Yes, okay. So we'll close her up. All right, so that is secure. So we can now go to our other side. And guys, we want to make sure that, you know, our necklace is not stiff. But this wire here, let me come back a little bit. This wire here is very flexible. See, it's going to hang so nicely. It's not a good angle for you guys, but I will put it on a bust and take a picture of it so you guys can see what it actually looks like on. All right, and we'll come back in with another clamshell. And guys, I am going to keep the same length of chain that I had. It is going to make the necklace a little bit longer, but that's okay, because it will hang nicely still. Okay. So make sure we're not all jammed up here. And we can grab our crimp. We're going to pull our wire up just a little bit. Not too much, not too much. And we will crimp that down. Just for safety's sake. All right, and then we can go ahead and clip off our extra wire here. Got my cutters. And we will snip. And close her up. Okay, so this is what we've got. So this is our necklace, all put together, all pretty like. And now we can just add our chain. We are going to need a couple of jump rings. Here's my jump rings. So to attach to this part, I want to use a small jump ring because I kind of want it to blend in, you know. So we'll get a couple small ones here. These are kind of tiny, so and then for our back, for the clasp, I'll get a little bit larger jump ring, and I think that I just want to use a lobster. We'll use a nice lobster clasp. All right, and we will need two more jump rings. Okay, I'm actually going to use another small one to attach this one. And then a little bit bigger one so that we can have enough room for our lobster clasp to attach to. Okay. All right, so let's put this baby together. Guys, also I think I'm going to put a little extender chain on the back, but it's going to be more for looks as opposed to functionality, because I think this one is going to be long enough. All right, so we're going to attach our chain. We had already previously cut this. We didn't change anything about that, so I'm just going to go ahead and attach that right there. And at first, guys, I thought this was going to be too chunky, but I think it's going to be beautiful. And of course, I know you guys are going to let me know what you think. Yes or yes? Yes, I know you will. Okay, we'll attach our other side. And guys, I've never used this wheat chain before. It was a little complicated to be able to cut it to find the to find the right attachment area, if you know what I mean. Okay. Grab that. And sometimes jewelry making is fiddly. We like fiddly sometimes. Did you hear that? We know it's together. All right. So there we have that. Let me see where this is gonna hang. It might be too long, you guys. Oh no, that's gonna be perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we can put on everything else. So we'll go ahead and put on our jump ring. And you guys know you can always count on me for the real. I'm not gonna snow you. Sometimes these things can be a little difficult. Trial and error. Figure it out. you know? There we go. And on this side, we will put our lobster claw. Now sometimes, guys, you'll get jump rings and they come closed. And if that's the case, sometimes they overlap. So in order to get that right, when you go back to close it, you kind of need to just bring it out just a little bit so that they meet. Okay, without really messing up your jump ring. And just rub them back and forth till you hear them touch and it's closed. So now we can put on our lobster claw. Close this up. And here is our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful statement New Year's Eve necklace. Would you guys wear that with a nice pretty red dress or a nice outfit? I think this would look good many, many different ways. What do you guys think? Do you love her? Let me pull you back. Get some of this stuff out of the way here. There she is, you guys. All right. I hope you love her. And maybe, you know, you guys can take some of the 6mm crystal beads that you have. You can do this in any color. Okay. And here's our little pretty dangle here on the very end in the middle that's going to hang right between the girls. Yeah. Right between the girls. All right. So, guys, there she is. I hope you love it. And I'll be coming with a couple more videos because I have a couple more ideas for some fancy smancy jewelry. All right. So here we go, guys. And I will probably more than likely make a pair of earrings as well, but it won't be in our video today. You guys can come up with your own beautiful creation for this necklace. Some earrings to go with it. All right. Well, guys, I thank you guys for being with me today. And I hope you guys are able to find your bliss right here on this bead mat. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.